Hi, welcome into my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some mozzarella cheese, and I'm going to take you through each of the steps. Most of the reason I make mozzarella cheese earlier in the summer is because I need the whey for some other projects using fermentation, and that whey is going to help me do that, and I'll get some cheese out of it too. So first thing I want to do is use regular whole milk. Don't use organic or any of the ultra pasteurized milk. It won't work. So just your regular milk. I have some grade A pasteurized, regular pasteurized milk here. I'm just gonna pour that in. It's 1 gallon. It's kind of cold right now, so I want to raise this in a minute up to 88 degrees. That's the first process we want to go through. Before we do anything though, I want to add some citric acid. There's 2 teaspoons of citric acid here, and I'm just going to add it in. And I'm going to stir it. So it's in there. So now I'm going to start raising the temperature. And this is going to take a little while, so I'll probably edit this part out. Now, what I usually use for making mozzarella is a kit. I often get the ingredients at a place called Standing Stone Farms, and I just get it through or on Amazon. And it sends you all the different ingredients you need, and it actually allows you to make a number of different kinds of cheese. You can make ricotta, mascarpone, butter, and it comes with some of the ingredients you need: calcium chloride, microbial rennet. The rennet is what turns the curd, and it has cheese salt and the citric acid, a couple other things that you can use, cheesecloth. But it's a nice little kit. It's not that expensive, and it makes it really easy. It comes with a nice direction book. So I would highly recommend that. The other thing you can get is this thing called La Pace, which adds some flavor. I don't have that, and I don't. Mainly because I need just the whey, but I would like to try it in the future to see how that changes the taste of the cheese. So now I'm up at 85 degrees. I turn the oven off. I'm going to see how that gets. Yeah, now I'm at 88. So I'm going to add in this calcium chloride. That's going to be the first part. And then I just want to slowly add that in. Once we get this point, we're going to stir it, but you don't want to stir it around in circles. You want to go up and down. You can start seeing curds form a little bit. But now we're going to take it up to a higher temperature, and we're going to add the rennet at that. Okay, now that I'm at that 85 or 88 degrees, I put in that calcium chloride. I'm also going to turn the heat back on. And we're going to add in the rennet. And now I'm going to want to raise this up to, like I said, 104 degrees. We're at 91, 92. It's going to take a couple minutes. Okay, I'm getting close to the close to the 104. Yeah, I'm gonna want to turn that off. You can see all the curds that were formed. What's left, besides the curds, is the whey. And that's really what I want. Pull that off. All right, so now it's time to do some straining. The key is, at this point, we're going to try and get as much whey out of this curd. It's separated now, but I need to, I'm going to be putting it in the microwave in intermittent parts and also adding some salt to it. It also will help draw it out and actually add flavor to the mozzarella. But it's all a process of trying to separate all of that whey that's still kind of soaked into the curd out. Hopefully you can see what that whey looks like. It's kind of a greenish yellow liquid. I'll put it in the refrigerator. It'll last probably 2 or 3 months. And it has that bacteria in it. What I'll do is pull some items from the garden and put it into containers and put some of this in, and it's going to ferment over 3 days to 2 weeks, depending on what it is. And it's going to pull a lot of flavors out. It's also going to be able to preserve it that way if I want. But I usually use it because it pulls a lot more flavor out of certain things that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. And that's Fergus, not me. So, as you can see, there's still some draining here. We'll get rid of that. And now I'm going to get into some steps of adding a little bit of salt and putting it in the microwave for 60 seconds. So I'm going to do about a half teaspoon. I'm going to sprinkle this over top. So that's the salt's going to get in, it's going to separate all of the liquids if it drains it down. And then we're going to take the spoon and after a while and kind of fold it in on itself. And it's kind of melting the cheese to make it more of a solid than individual curds. So now it's kind of a processing to blend everything together while also separating any extra whey that's in there. So you can see that's kind of separated some more whey. I'm going to take this and kind of fold it over on itself. And I want to get rid of that. I'm going to do this probably about two more times. And I should be good to put the mozzarella in the refrigerator. The fresh mozzarella will last about 2 weeks. Obviously right now I'm not getting any ripe tomatoes yet, so I can't eat it with tomatoes, but I'll use it for other things. Okay. So I'm gonna put this in upside down. Take some more of they call it cheese salt. It's basically just regular salt that's non-iodized. Okay. So I'm gonna put these in containers, put them in the refrigerator, and finish up the cheese, and we'll be done. So I just pulled it out for the second time. You can see the whey is starting to get a little milky. The key is when you do this and you only get about a tablespoon left of whey, that's a little bit more, then you want to kind of stop and just leave it with the mozzarella. So I'm going to do this one more time. Now I'm trying to get a little bit more combined. My salt good. I got wet hands, so it's going to be hard. These are my whey containers. One of the things I should tell you that all of the stuff that the instruments you use and the containers, they should be sanitized. I usually boil a pot of water, put some of the any containers I'm going to use to measure things into, any of the utensils or measuring cups, all of that in the boiling water so it's sanitized. And I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to put some hot water in here after I boil some more, and then it'll be all clean, sanitary, and I'm not going to have to worry about the whey going bad because of some bacteria, some bad bacteria in there. Done with this process. I don't know if you can see. This is more melted now and is more consistent. I didn't get any whey here. I'm going to add a little bit. A good thing to do is once you get it into like maybe balls, you can form some smaller balls. You can just keep them soaked in whey, and that'll help keep them fresh. I'm going to do a roll. Ooh, that's hot. Kind of looking for a sheen on the outside. And when you start stretching it, you can get that. Knives. I got a fillet knife. I don't know why, but another thing, like I said, you can do is create smaller balls. I decided I'm gonna actually do this in just 2 small. A little hot. One way to form a mozzarella ball. And I can just let it like that, let it cool. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. You can kind of ball it up in the middle like that, pinch it, twist it, stuff it up in, and put it down there. All right, you got 2 mozzarella balls. You can cut those into a little bit of round, flat mozzarella and put it on bread, or serve it up, like I said, with tomatoes. It's I'm sure you know what to do with fresh mozzarella. So thanks for coming in. We'll be back here another time doing more garden stuff.